Hello, I hope you had a good week. Okay, we're going to be learning Yechezkel now, Perek Yud. Should be Le'ilu Nishmas for Cholei Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi as always. To be a real aliyah for Neshama. Okay, Vereh Hinei El Harakia Asher Rosh HaKruvim Kevin Sapir Kamar Dmut Kisei Nira Aleihem. So Yechezkel once more is having a mystic vision. This is in response to what was going on, as you may recall, in Perek Tet at the end, where Hashem revealed to Yechezkel that there would be terrible destruction because of the various sins that were being done, and that every possible effort to find a schus for them, to see something that you could hold on to and say, but it's really okay, wasn't happening. So at this point, he sees the source of the destruction of the Mikdash, which is what? Hashem deciding from the place of his Kisei HaKavod, from his true Rachamim, instead of destroying the people, to destroy the Mikdash. So to understand this better, because there was at least some level of being Melamed Zchus, not successfully enough to turn things around, it gave, so to speak, a grasp where you could grasp and say, but there's something worth saving. And Hashem was looking for that. So what he's saying, again, is according to the rules of nature, where, as you know in nature, every action causes an equal and opposite reaction. This is a law. According to the laws of nature, which are only a reflection of what din is, then everything they've done should cause an equal and opposite reaction, which would be beyond anybody's ability to bear. We would all die. So what Hashem has decided to do was to instead bring about a situation through which he would change Nebuchadnezzar's point of choice and make him wish, Nebuchadnezzar that is, to destroy the city rather than destroying the people in the city. So you're familiar with the adage of the sages, Yad Sarim u'Malachim b'Yad Hashem. The hearts of princes and rulers are in Hashem's hand. So in that sense, Nebuchadnezzar, probably if you pushed him to the wall, and you would say, why are you destroying the city? This could have been your capital. This is beautiful. Why not destroy the people? I don't know if he would know. But this is what Hashem introduced to his heart. And not only that, he made it that there'd be a significant number of survivors, which was not what Yechezkel originally saw. Because according to what we said in the previous Perek, the vast majority of the people had chosen themselves out of the picture. But again, because of Hashem's willingness to grasp onto any merit at all, the result would be destruction of the city and not the destruction of the people. Vayomer el ha'ish levush habadim v'yomabo el beinot legalgal el tachat lekruv u'malech afnecha gachale esh mibeinot lakruvim uzrok al ha'ir v'yavo la'inai. Okay, so now he's speaking to the one who's wearing the garments, who was, as you recall from last Perek, he had a vision which he saw people, 5 of whom were destructive angels, 1 of whom was an angel of merit, of schus, who was wearing linen clothing, the clothing of a Kohen. So he's saying, go to the space between the wheels, okay, which are underneath the kruvim, and fill up your palms with coals of fire from between the kruvim, and throw it towards the city, and it'll come to what I actually see. So that means, again, unlike what we would see if we were witnessing the destruction of the city was an act of mercy. Which means there are so many times we can't even begin to interpret what mercy is. Because we see Hashem's end decision and not what could have been had he looked only from a standpoint of justice. You could have, for instance, somebody who wakes up one morning and finds out they have no job. This is a terrible thing. I'm not belittling this. It's a terrible thing. But if they knew that this was the end of a trial, in which what was hanging was losing a leg or losing a child, they would say, "Thank God." But we didn't hear the trial, and because of this, we don't appreciate the consequences. Okay, so he says that this comes from between the wheels. So as remember, we said the ofanim, the wheels, are how Hashem's decisions come down from His place to this world. So when you're talking about Beinot HaGalgin, Beinot HaGalgal, you're talking about the place where there's a meeting between the forces, the life forces, the Srafim, and the Ofanim. Okay, where this is the place from which decisions come forth.